I'm Sharon Dooley, sports massage therapist and yoga teacher. I'm going to take you through some exercises I find really useful for helping to strengthen the muscles around my hips in terms of running. First one, sitting nice and comfortably. If you don't have a medicine ball or any kind of ball, you can just get a cushion or two cushions or two pillows, taking them between your knees, and you're just going to squeeze and release. So your knees are squeezing into the ball and releasing. Obviously you're not going to release to the point, this is just to show you that letting go. So you just squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And then, simple one, you don't need a Reebok step. You can just, if you have steps at home, if you don't have any steps at home, just go into your local park or somewhere where you know there's some steps, and you're looking to keep your foot neutral. So what I mean by that is there's a 90-degree angle between your foot and your leg. Step your whole foot on, knee in line with your heel, and then bringing yourself up and back down onto the other side. And then sinking your arms with it. So as you bring your knee up, that arm, that elbow comes back. As you bring your knee up, elbow comes back. And I'm pushing myself up from the back leg and pressing down into the front leg to support me. My foot is landing flat onto the box, and then when I press it back down, it's landing flat again. So I'm not doing what I like to do, which would be to land on the ball of my foot. That's not as stable. So you're looking to keep your foot in a neutral position onto the box and off the box. You can also do a lateral movement like that, so side to side. And again, it's being neutral, which I have been nagged and nagged and nagged into being able to do. It definitely didn't come naturally to me, but it is much more stable for landing. And then come down to lying on your back, have your feet flat on the floor, knees bent, and just pressing down through your feet, lifting and lowering your hips. You can take this a step further, lift one leg up, knee in line with your hip, pressing up through your hip and lowering. You can hover slightly at the bottom so you don't come all the way down, controlling coming down, pressing up. And then on to the other side. You can take your legs for a walk. So lifting your hips up and then alternating, lifting one leg and then the other. So that's some ideas around strengthening muscles around the glutes into the hamstrings. And then your classic squat. So take your feet hip width apart, or slightly wider than hip width apart rather. Shoulder stays over your hip, think of hips over heels. You're sitting back, that's not a squat. Coming up and back. Reach your arms out for balance in front of you, press down through your feet. Notice the difference when you really press into your feet. You may feel muscles engaging more through your glutes. And this is a great one to do in terms of the muscles that it's involving, because you're going to be working your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves and your quads on the way up and down. And then split squat, there's two options. So you can keep the back foot down on the floor, front knee stays in line with front hip, it's not going to go forwards. So you're going to, from here, shoulders over hips, drop straight down and up. And just because it's gearing towards running, sink your arms up. You can, if that feels comfortable and you want to increase the challenge, you can take your back foot onto a step. Again, position yourself so that your front knee is going to stay in line, not forwards. So it can be slightly behind, but it stays in line or slightly behind your front heel. So you're dropping straight down and up again. Try and get your knee close to the floor. I would look to do something like 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions of those, and doing that once a week will help. Twice a week is even better, but just working on it again, remembering none of these things are an overnight success. It takes time and perseverance and consistency to build the strength, but I promise you it will definitely help you in your running. I know from my first marathon, the amount of strength training I put in from the first to the second marathon, I've really noticed the difference in terms of my body holding itself together towards the end. Hopefully you'll be able to do marathons this year outside in a group at some point, and the stronger, use this time to build up strength within your body towards enjoying that marathon more. Thank you.